Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is more about what is generator in Python. See, people see in so many places how generator works, what is the difference between generator and iterator. But specifically in this video, what I'm going to cover is like in depth how the generator is working behind the screen. Because everyone should know that, because in so many places generators working, generator they are using it behind the screen, but nobody knows that. So I'll start this video with a small difference, because generator and normal function both looks remain same without some different keywords added in the function. But there is a minor difference between the function as well as the generator function. But it looks both remain same. Coming to the in Python, if I want to create any function, I have to start with def keyword. For example, name of equal to return return Nivala. Okay, this is how we'll create any function in Python. Suppose if you want to add more statement over here, you can add a print statement or any statement. It is based on the condition. You can write any conditions over here. Okay, if I want to execute this function, I need to call the name of function as parameter. So it is telling you that what the statement which was returning the print statement was executed over here, and it was returning new ln as a return statement. So even if I want to write a generator function, the structure remains same. I'm just creating the name in a different format just for understanding purpose. Even in the generator, print of, and I'll use a yield keyword to generate yield keyword to generate the name. And also let me complete the statement or complete the function, and then I'll explain you what is happening by the screen. Okay, let me try to change in the way so people can understand. Make the print statement as a 2 and of technologies, print of 3. See what will happen when I execute this function. This function won't execute immediately. Instead of that, it will return a generator object. So let me show you what is returning over here. Underscore name of. If I put G inside the another cell, you can see it clearly that it's a generator object. It is not returning, it is not executing the print one or any yield statement. Nothing is happening inside what is available in the generator function. So instead of that, it is simply returning the generator object. So now how do I want to how when it will get executed, that is a clear understanding you should know. So when I use G, it was returning generator object, but it is not executing anything inside the function. So if I want to execute the statement inside of the function, you have to apply one method called nest method of G. If I execute like this, what is happening, it is executing the first print statement, then it is moved to the yield of new alone, and it is passing over here this line, this statement, the second statement got passed, and it is moved back the execution statement to the next line. For example, if I move the print of, okay, hello, so I'm starting the execution again, so I can clearly show you what is happening inside that. When I call the function, it was returning the generator object. When I execute the nest of G as well as print hello, you can clearly see that it started executing this first line. Okay, so okay, if I want to show you the whether it is returning or not, I need to show this as well for it. Okay, I'm starting again. It is returning the generator object. when you execute the print of nest of G, what is happening? It started executing the first line. You can see the this one. It was yielding the new error. That is what it was. That means yield is nothing but it was sending back the response back to the where you are calling, or sending the data back to the, or returning. It is not exactly returning. I'll show you inside the generator function. You can use the return statement as well, but in what scenario I'll let you know. But right now this yield of new element is nothing but it was returning the value to the place where you call the nest of method. So it is new alarm. Then it is not executed the print of 2. It passed over there and is moved to the next statement where it is continuing. So print of hello is executing. Now you can understand in generator object, uh, when you come to the normal function, it is like, once you call the function, it will completely execute and return the value, or it will completely execute all the statement over there and it will move forward. But when you come to the generator object, it is not like that. What will happen, instead of completely executing, wherever it is find the yield statement, it will pass over there and return the value. But before that, whatever it is happening, it will done the execution. At the same time, when you are yielding, it is it is saving all the previous state what is done. For example, if you create some variable over here, count is equal to 1. So when you done the execution, when the yield statement got executed, the next time, but it at the same time when it is returning the value, it is remembering the state of the count variable as well. I'll show you what is happening in the next yield. See, again I'm trying to use a nest statement with different value. Okay, so as I said, when you're passing the execution, it not only remember the state of the values variable, at the same time it also remember where it get left the execution. That means in the first yield statement or first nest of function, it's got executed from print 1 and yield statement. So it is passed over here. When you are when the in the generator object, when I'm passing inside the nest method again, what will happen? No, it will start the execution from this where it is get passed. It will resumed from there where it is passed. So in the previous nest method, it got passed nearby the yield. So when you are calling again the nest method, it is not executing from the start. It is executing from the where it has got left or where it is got passed. So it is resumed from here, and it is seeing that print of 2 it is getting executing, and it is yielding the technology, but print 3 not got executed because it's got passed over there. So now I think you can relate over here what yield statement is doing. Yield statement is passing it. Okay, now you may get a doubt like why print 3 is not executing. So it is got passed. Now if I try to do the same thing again, it will throw the error. I'll show you why it is throwing the error. See, print 3 got executed, but when I ask nest of G method what is happening, if rest of G is nothing but it is resuming the execution where it has got passed. So it got resumed. So print got passed. So but when it is moved forward, it was expecting the yield statement. Yield statement is not there. That is the reason it is throwing the error. So how can you avoid this scenario? Not avoiding the scenario. How can you overcome this scenario? So you can use a return statement over here. Return statement. So end of the execution. Okay, when you use end of execution, I'll show you what will happen. And again I'm executing the object new ln of 1, new ln of 2. When I pass new ln of 3, it is throwing the error. So now I need to handle the exception here. And I execute now. So see, now the execution was done. So if I start from the starting, so I can show you easily what is happening here, what return statement is doing here. So you can see here at the third time when you are using when you are calling the next method, it was resuming the execution from print 3. So there is no yield statement, so suddenly it will go to the execution except but or the exception handling place, and at the same time it was returning the end of the execution. This end of the execution was handled by the exception. We can hold the value using the e dot value. So this is how this generator is working. See, the main advantage of generator is nothing but it will yield the value one at a time. So compared to the normal function, you have to, whatever you are starting the execution, it will start from top to bottom and it will complete the execution. But it is not like that. It will pass the execution and return one value at a time. So how it is, what is advantage over there? See, when you see, you may see there is one function called range function. Okay, I'll show you the difference over here. See, when I create a list, okay, 1, 2, 4. Okay, at the same time, I want to create a 4 I of 1 to 5 brand of 5. Like, see, if you see here, see, both are doing the same thing, but in the range of function it is not stored the entire value in the memory. Instead of that, it was generated one at a time. So but in the case of list, it was stored all the value in the memory, it was, and then it was returning back when I calling list object. So see, this is a 4 element, so there won't be any issue on that. Consider if you have like lakhs of element over there, so I can't store load everything into the memory and display it over there. Instead of that, I can pass it, I can create as a generator function. What generator function will do is like it will load one at a time and it will return back to the where you are calling the function. So this is how generator was created, and it was differentiated from other things. So I hope you understood like what I'm explaining in the generator function, but there is one more advantage as well, one more functionality as well. I missed to say that. Okay, I'm creating the same function again. I'll show you what is the difference over there. Um, for returning function, I'm assigning what not required. Okay, leave that one. After print 3, name is equal to field of and your name. See, generator function not only returning the value to the where you are calling, and also it will accept the value as well. So I'll tell you what is happening here when I pass nest of c is equal to generator name. When I call nest of g, first time it is executing from print 1 and a new allowed, and it stopped over here. Second time when I execute, it passed the execution from the 2 and it was moved to the technologies and it was passed over here. When I am executing the second time, third time, it is asking under your name because it was, I said it moved to print 3 and it executed over here. The yield statement was there. Again, when I pass, now it will throw the stop iteration issues because there is no yield statement. So here there is something called one send method is there. Okay, I want to show that. Print of okay, I'll show you where I have to use the print statement. So now next method, first time it was executing the yield 1, yield 2. Now I'm passing the name as send off. G dot send off. See what is happening, when I use rest of G. See what is happening here. So what G dot send of hello is doing means line number this place like name is equal of enter your name. What it will do when I call G dot send of hello, it is not only executing, it is not see after yielding you know that it is passing the statement. So when I see that there is a G dot send of hello, the send method in the generator object, the yield is not only returning, when it is resuming back it is accepting these hello values and it is assigned to the name. That is what it is doing. Okay, so in generator function it is not only about generating the value but it is also accepting the value from the outside. So we in the mid of the function, if I want to change the functionality or the feature over there, because I need to change the value over there. See for example, if you are continuously the range, I said the range example, right? It is starting from 1 to 5. Then in the middle I need to pass and change the value based on some condition over there. So in this scenario, the set method will help you because I am passing the value in mid. So based on that value, I can able to change the iteration or change the value or change the range of the values over there. That is how this is helping in the generator function. So I hope you understood what the generator function is there and what is the advantage over there, and also what nest method is doing and so what send method is doing. So if you understand this generator function in Python, just show your interest and just give a like on for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Bye. We'll see you in another video. Thanks for it.